put the phone on, on the steering wheel with the way I parked. So I'm going to have to hold it. So fingers crossed it doesn't affect the sound of me holding it. Because obviously the mic is on the bottom of the phone. So fingers crossed. I've got 3 November, December and January's recordings left for your for the members for the card reading of the year. So I think I've made public February's, and obviously the members get it first. And to be a member, it's just the price of coffee. So if you fancy it, links in the bio for that. However, today we're here for Meditation Monday. This is donation based, and so give what you feel if you can. And I haven't actually updated the last lot of Meditation Mondays, probably don't have anything in the description. I have to go in and edit that. But if you go to previous Meditation Monday playlist on this channel, of which I know there's over 200 videos now. I don't know exactly what the number is up to, but on older videos, you've got the links there for membership and anything that you can look up. Anyway, and any other meditations, especially if you want the more traditional guided meditations or story journaling that we did in the beginning. So what's come through to do today, I recorded November, yeah, I think it was, September and October's lives back to back, and a couple of things come to me for our meditation for today. So let's take a deep breath, get yourself in a nice comfortable position, breathing in through the nose. Let's come to center. So move if you need to, scratch your nose if you need to, you itchy one like me, and breathing in, breathing out. Lung meridian feels like I need to clear and do a clearing session. Am I going to be able to do it without doing the clearing now? Visualizing, if you're using and utilizing your imagination, I'd like you to imagine, imagine that you have, and you can actually put your hand on your forehead, and that, like, there's a little button here. This is what people refer to as the third eye. Imagine this button, sort of circling it with the fingers, gently tapping, like we're gently nudging ourselves to see with a little bit of clarity, gently opening, not wide open and allowing shock, surprise of what we see, just gently, like we're cracking open a window, cracking open a door to let a little bit of air flow around. Same energetically. And then take the fingers down and just tapping. I can only do it one-handed because I'm holding, but you can tap both cheeks. Just grounding. The stomach meridians, these are related to our gut, but it's a very grounding to tap here, just on the cheekbones. And then take This, you don't need two hands, but you can just one, tapping center and then just onto the lap if that's enough. And just eventually to the lap, but also to your body, very grounded, very anchored in this now moment before we move in. You know, I said you've got your hands in your lap, but for a second, just put it back onto the belly, where your belly button is, and think about this area. We call this in TCM the lower dantian. And as you breathing this in, breathing air out, breathing in, breathing out, I want you to focus on this area, feeling the belly lifting. So in a sense, you kind of spinal cord breathing, but without the kind of movement over, but you're just feeling the belly and then feeling the expansion. And then as you exhale, feeling that contraction. And from here, in your next breath, your next exhale, the sound of the heart, the HA, and again, breathing in, same way. And take that ha to a ooh. Oh. 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 And then to extend that further even, we go from the ha, the om, the ooh to the om as you close the mouth and sort of hum. Om. 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 More pronounced. Om. 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 And then slowly open the eyes. So, feeling with that grounding energy, we're going to bring in more light. You can carry on with those sounds if you're feeling like you need that even more, that and allowing yourself to feel the resonance in the cavity of the chest. And you can play around with that. Breathe with that, or just go back into easy breath. And what I mean by easy breath, for those that aren't familiar with me, is just our qigong breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, and just easy, in naturally, out naturally, but not with the mouth. While you continue to do this, I want to give you the visual of a crackling fire, of a campfire, fire and a half, whatever comes to mind when I talk about fire, wood burning fire, stove, and the warmth that it gives off, the sound of the crackling fire, the carbon bits of wood that are burnt amongst the fire, feeling them, a representation of the carbon life forms that we are. And then we're going to visualize something with that carbon, allowing yourself to link in intention the carbon nature that we are as a human, as humanity, but seeing downward pressure, if you like we get in the weather when they talk about how the pressure is increasing in the air, feeling of this sense of air as you breathe through your nose and as you exhale through your nose, and even as you resonate, if you're continuing with the sounds, the out of the mouth, the ha and the accentuating the resonance, the frequency, the vibration of feeling the air, but still visualize with me this sense of the carbon, the air coming down on it, the air around us, surrounding us, like clouds, and the clouds of our thoughts, of our minds. And as those thought forms, as they feel like they're coming to create a thought, to hold that thought, release it and see it shatter like broken glass, and then being ground to a sand, focusing on the sand, little crystal structure of the sand. Remembering the carbon, normally if you're drawing with carbon as an artist, I know if you draw with charcoal, it kind of just smooths out and you can put it on the paper and it disintegrates. And that carbon is disintegrating, but it's building up and over time becoming crystalline. Any of you seen the Superman movies when you were a kid, when he goes to the coal and he picks the coal and he takes it in his hand and he squeezes it really tight and he opens it up and he creates his diamond? And that's what I visualize happening to the carbon that is you. Any of these outward pressures, any of these things that are pushing in, this airflow, this high pressure, like weather, it's creating this transformation within, this crystalline energy within. That's kind of what's happening in a very simplified way, but visualizing yourself, visualizing the diamond that is within you. And at that point, when I say that word diamond, think about the heart and think about diamond structure of the heart, of its shape, of its light, and the heart chamber, and visualizing a room that's filled with that heart-centered energy and this beautiful golden light pouring, streaming in through like windows, like a prism. Instead, it's the room, and you realize it's not a room. It is like you're inside a diamond and a prism, not prison, prism with them, and all the rainbow colors flowing through and flowing into your heart, and holding that light like you're standing in a rainbow, feeling light flowing through, and even the shadow, even the density around you, it actually feels grounding. It feels more a sense of relief because there's so much pouring down. Hence why we grounded quite beforehand. So feeling that in your body, in the heart, and feeling it go out. So visualize it flowing now. As the heart pumps the blood around the body, so too is this beautiful rainbow light going through all of the rivers of the meridians in your body, right out to the little capillaries in your fingers, to every part, right down to your toes. And feel it moving around you, flowing through you. Breathing with it as you breathe in, as you breathe out, connected to the air, the pressure that we spoke of that's creating more of the same. Seeping into you. And if you are still humming, allowing the humming to subside, feeling that ground in and that visual, and really feel it rather than just seeing the images. You might be hearing sounds or patterns or seeing patterns and colors. Experience it flowing, not just as an intention or a visual, as an imagination, and feel it happening to you. Feel yourself aligning with the fullness that is you, and remembering that you already are aligned. You never was out of alignment. You just forgotten how to phase into the bigger part of you. And as the carbon image falls away and you see what's in the core from that burning creation that fired away, that's burnt away that which has not served us, allow a spark of your intentions, as we have a new moon this week on the 27th on Thursday, to focus, like crystalline focus, laser focus of what it is you want. Preparing the soil ready to plant the seed of that intention on Thursday. Feel your body ready for whatever is coming its way, for any upgrades, for any insights. And feeling open and receptive to the highest parts of you. And let's ground that feeling, bringing it back with us. Start to wiggle your toes in your shoes. If you're wearing socks or shoes, or if you're bare feet, just wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, moving the fingers, rotate the thumb, rotate. Just feel the movement of the fingers, and then rotate the wrists, the shoulders. Nice deep breath in through the nose, and then blow out that sound one more time, that hum, hum, hum. Slowly coming back into the moment, gradually opening your eyes. Too bad I can't see. Not sure. I think it's probably buffering. Someone's saying they can't see. It was spinning, possibly, before we were live. Just breathe with the eyes open, and slowly, 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 slowly acclimatizing yourself back into this moment. Wiggle the fingers, the hands again, shake them if you need to, tap the body, gently tapping And then I can then do it one-handed, but put both hands either side of the chin and sweep up and over. And down the back. And shake off. How does that feel? Right, I'm going to finish with a card for today's session as well. But I'm going to do it one-handed, so let's see. Hopefully there's no interruption. We're right for time, yeah. We're just going to do a quick oracle card, but I need to shuffle. No, that's all right. They're not quite too bad. Do it one-handed, that one not the right way. This is what you do. Trying to shuffle it on the seat. There we go. Right, and spread them out. What do those that have viewed, whether they're viewing in the now moment or later, need to know for this week ahead? Making a difference. My light shines far and wide. So all of us, the star, a wish is in hand, speaking our truth can make huge waves. And our thoughts and our feelings, we need to hone and focus them. Every little action that we do can make a huge difference. And I'm not just talking about actions with others and things we do with others, the things that we do with ourselves, that little, whether we've got that negative self-talk going on, that dialogue, those stories, it's understanding that your inner light is shining brightly. And you can be, like me, sitting in a car, waiting for the school run, and still sending light bombs off globally, still connecting and anchoring in lights in places across the world. Truly individuals, each of us make a difference for not just ourselves but others when we shine our light in ways by connecting to the heart like we just did. And doing that daily, doing that as often as you can. And even when you're out walking, eyes open, walking through a busy, crowded town or shopping centre, doing the same. If you're feeling it inwardly, it's expanding exponentially outwardly. It creates waves, it creates ripples, like the waves on the sand create those ripples on the beach and the wet sand. You see them? They're there. It's left behind. The wave's gone, but the ripples, the mark is left. So energetically, as you move through your life, as you walk through your days, when you're in Zoom meetings at work, or whether you're just driving along the motorway, having that intention and holding that in that light, that inner shine, it will have ripple effect and on those around you, but globally. So that's the message for this month. Making a difference in everything you do. Let everything you do make a difference. As I hope I do with my example. It doesn't matter whether you're in a sacred circle, in a retreat. Yes, that's wonderful if you have the finances to go out and do all those things. But I think, and it looks beautiful and it's lovely, but actually some of the most profound, and I've certainly found this, some of the most profound connections I've had can be like this, in the car, when I'm doing a meditation, when I'm walking out with the kids in nature, or simply at home with the cat on me. In fact, the most profound one I can remember, when I literally meditated once with the cat on me, and I could see all this beautiful sacred geometry swirling around me, and it was like